What up, guys, and welcome to Taking Back Monday, your positivity podcast with, of course, I am It's That Sly Guy, and joining me as always, the beautiful, voluptuous senpai of the dojo, the greatest ninja on Twitch and TikTok, Malnoxx.
Well, hey there, everyone. How we doing tonight? Thank you for that beautiful introduction from the man who cleaned that up, trimmed that up, who's looking so fresh, who's looking, dare I say, 100 emoji today. And every day. It's That Sly Guy.
You know, Mel, I'm kind of like what you get when you cross a donkey and an onion.
Yeah.
Piece of ass that'll bring a tear to your eye. Oh, no.
But really, though.
This is the Positivity Podcast, the Taking Back Monday, and as always, and by as always I mean since last week. What happened this week, Mel? What was something positive that happened to you this week?
Well, guys, this week I made a great discovery about stream. Actually, that the camera that my girlfriend has, her digital camera, we can set up as a webcam to use for stream, which I'm going to be doing after this. I'm going to be unboxing some of the stuff that I just purchased in order to make that a reality. And what else happened? Well, I ordered that stuff, and it was supposed to get here tomorrow. Showed up a day early.
Ooh.
Got here today. Gotta love it. Felt so good. Felt so good to get that notification today. So that was good. But it was a good day today. Work was pretty good. We had some good things happening at work today. Good working day. So it's been a solid day. As far as Mondays go, this one was good. What's something positive that happened to you this week, Sly?
So, this is gonna be real crazy, Mouse. So stay with me here, okay?
I'm ready.
I saw that you were only 2 subs away from your goal, and one of the good things that happened to me this week was somebody gifted 2 subs to you. That way, you hit your goal.
It's true. They did. It did happen.
That's a thing.
It did happen.
It's amazing. But in all seriousness, I started work again for the first time since March.
Heck yeah, man. It's a huge thing, I think, to have that sense of normalcy and routine back.
I mean, I've been in 1-2 days now. Like we're just shooting videos for our virtual stuff now.
But kind of just getting up and having that purpose in the day, though, is huge, I think.
Yeah, and I redid every string graphic I have except for my podcast.
That's true. We did a lot of stream updates. We did a lot of content creation updates and stream updates and back end work this week. And man, I'm proud of us for what we've done.
Yeah.
Good on you.
And you know what's crazy about it?
What's crazy? Tell me. I need to know.
It's the stuff that we did this weekend with stream and back end and dev day stuff. Mm-hmm. It's stuff that we've been saying for months that we need to get done.
Months.
We need to get this done. We need to get this done. We need to get this done. And we just didn't do it.
Yep.
We always had some sort of excuse.
Did.
And this weekend we were just like, screw it. We're going to get to it. No more excuses. We got to do it.
Yep.
Which awkwardly enough is what we're talking about today.
Such a strange segue. Talking about how to stop making excuses and start making progress? What?
What?
My gosh. But before we get too far into this, Sly, why don't you tell the good people out in the world there where they can find you on the internet?
Oh, you can find me on Twitch.
Oh.
At It's That Sly Guy.
Okay.
You can find me on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
At It's That Sly Guy.
Okay. Yeah.
Instagram, It's That Sly Guy. Facebook, It's That Sly Guy. I think that's it. Yeah.
Well, I think there's one more that you've been peer pressured into beginning.
Oh wait. There is. I started a TikTok this weekend and threw up my first video.
Let's go.
I've got 9 likes on it already.
Boom. My man's starting it off right.
Let's go. 9 likes. I got 7 followers, so I don't know how that worked out. But
hey man, you rocking it. That's how.
But we killing it.
We out here.
Yeah, we started a TikTok this weekend as well. That was one of the things that we were like, no more excuses, just do it.
Yep.
But where can they find you on the internet, Mel?
Well, you guys can find me on Twitch at Malnoxx, Instagram Malnoxx, Facebook Malnoxx, Snapchat Malnoxx, TikTok Malnoxx. Find me on Xbox, guys. Add that Gamertag Malnoxx. Find me on the Epic Game Store Malnoxx. If you head over to Technosport.com and you buy something from Technosport.com, use that promo code to save yourself 10%. Malnoxx.
What if they want to use an Epic Gamer Store code?
Well, you can use the creator code Malnoxx.
Yeah, well, gamers, whatever. I don't play Epic games.
You can also go on to Twitter. You can type in Malnoxx, but you won't find me. You gotta type in Malnoxx TV for that one, because some guy that tweets once a year has the tag Malnoxx. Hashtag release the tag. I'm not mad about it though.
He's kind of mad about it.
I'm mad about it.
So guys, I need all 800,000 of you who are listening to this podcast right now.
Obviously.
Because you're either listening to it live right now or you're listening to it in podcast form somewhere else. Because, there's 8 different sites that you can hear us on.
Anywhere you find fine podcasts, you can listen to this podcast. If you want to watch the video and you want to see our beautiful mugs, which why wouldn't you? You can watch it on YouTube.
Of course.
Oh, also, you can find me on YouTube at Malnoxx. You can find Sly on YouTube at It's That Sly Guy. So go do all the things, guys. Follow, sub, everything. Just do it. Go. Wait, hold on, wait. You know what? I'll wait for you to do it right now. We're gonna pause. Hold on. Right.
And play?
Yep. All right. Good job. Thank you so much, guys, for those subs and those follows. I really appreciate the support.
But for the 800,000 of you that are listening to this right now, whether now or in the future, we need you to tweet Malnoxx with hashtag release the tag. Just let's start a trend on Twitter. That guy. Let's start a trend on Twitter till we get the tag back.
Don't harass him, guys. No cyberbullying.
No cyberbullying. Just release the tag. But like we said before, guys, today we are talking about how to stop making excuses and start making progress. And that, I think, of everything that we talked about, is one of the things that is most true when I say it's easier said than done, because there will always be an excuse. You can always come up with a reason not to do something. I guarantee you, if you have anything that you need to get done, any kind of obstacle in your way, any kind of chore. Give me something that I need to do this week.
All right, Sly, you need to go through our backlog of podcasts and upload them to YouTube.
Oh, I really would love to, but I'm streaming every day this week, and I don't have the time.
Sly, I will send you all the edited podcasts, and you just have to upload them to your YouTube channel.
the problem with that is like the way bandwidth works. Like I can't upload and stream and game at the same time.
Sly,
so like
you send me your intro and your ending screen. You know what? Actually, I have your intro and your ending screen on my computer right now. I will make the videos for you. I will send them to you. All you have to do is upload them to YouTube.
See, that sounds like a really good, but again, like uploading them to YouTube is going to take some upload speed, and I can't do that and stream at the same time.
Sly,
like,
you
it's
start
not
the uploads when you go to bed, and then it uploads overnight.
See, but like the way my power works, like when I go to bed, like I have to turn off my PC, or like the breakers will flip in the middle of the night, and I'll lose all the food in my freezer.
You see, guys, there's literally always an excuse that you can make for anything. Doesn't matter how easy it gets. There's always an excuse that you can come up with that will, make it easier for you to not do something. Also, Sly, I am serious. I will just put it in Premiere Pro and add your intro and your end screen to all of our freaking podcasts if you put it up on your YouTube.
I'll get them up tomorrow. I hate Premiere Pro so much. I feel like every time I touch that damn thing, something breaks. Like,
oh man!
Shit. Yesterday I thought something break. I texted you and was like, something broke. I don't know what happened. And then nothing was. It was all just fine.
Yep.
Like nothing
broke. Nothing broke. But guys, the easiest thing to do is making excuses, and the problem comes when, just like with anything, it becomes a habit, right? Eating healthy can become a habit. Eating unhealthy becomes a habit. Exercising becomes a habit. Not exercising becomes a habit. Making excuses to avoid things that you don't want to do becomes a habit. That becomes your mechanism to deal with issues that you don't want to do, or deal with things that are less than pleasant to deal with. Like, man, I know I have to do this, but I'm going to make up all these excuses, so now I'm not going to do it. And you do that long enough, and it sticks with you, and it just keeps becoming easier and easier the more you do it, and it becomes harder and harder to break out of that habit of making excuses to avoid problems.
Yeah. You know what I really want to. I don't want to go back to this because this is my thing that I harp on every week. But you know what I want to harp on?
Harp on it. I'm ready.
Huh?
Harp on it. I'm ready.
It goes back to your why.
Mm-hmm.
Your why has to be big enough to change your actions.
Mm-hmm.
You have to get to a point where it hurts or it hinders you more to take no action than to take action. Mm-hmm. With whatever it is.
For sure.
It's just that's the matter of fact. Your why has to be big enough to push you.
And I feel like that's a big thing with anything in life when you're dealing with. I feel like people start to make excuses more and more for things they don't want to do when they're dealing with a burnout of some kind. Maybe it's a burnout at work, and you're making excuses for why you're not working as hard or getting everything done that you need to at work. Like, oh man, I know I needed to make these calls today, but this came up, and then like this person came, and then I really had to use the bathroom, so then I had to go to the bathroom, and then I was thirsty, so I had to go get a drink of water, and man, by that was like an hour. But like it's those kinds of things. When you're dealing with burnouts, is the hardest time, I think, to kind of break out of that habit, because that's when it's easiest to make those excuses and it's easiest to come up, because your why is not strong, right? Maybe you've lost sight of your why. Mm-hmm. And that's why it's important that when you're dealing with these things like burnouts, you take the time to kind of recenter refocus. That's when self-awareness that we've been talking about. That's when self-awareness comes into play a lot. Knowing and being and knowing that you are dealing with this burnout, and then saying to yourself, you know what, like I need to take some time. I need to sit down. I need to remember why I started doing what I'm doing. I need to remember why I'm at this job. I need to remember why I'm creating content. I need to remember why I started losing weight. I need to remember why I started going to the gym to get stronger. And you need to re-center yourself on that and refocus on that goal.
Yeah.
And you know, really, we've talked about motivation, and you know, knowing our knowing our why, and focusing on our why, and having everything we do pushing ourselves towards that why is a way that we can keep ourselves on track and stop ourselves from making excuses, because we want to do this. We have this why that's driving us, and everything we do is pushing ourselves towards that purpose. You wake up in the morning and you don't need caffeine because you're going to get after it. You know, you get up in the morning, and because you have that why that's strong enough, you breathe that, right? If it's your job, if it's your passion, you breathe that and you get after it. Now, I agree. I need caffeine. I don't care how strong my why is. I get like 5 hours of sleep a night. I need me some caffeine. But you know that, and it gets the hardest to pull yourself out of these ruts and to pull yourself out of these burnouts when you forget why your why is what your why is. That was a confusing sentence.
Yeah, but I think so. Shout out to Escobar in chat. Said it's just that easy, and I think it's important to remember that sometimes it's not just that easy. No matter how strong your why is, it's not just that easy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the stronger, the realer your why is, the easier it's going to get to refocus or push through the stuff that's holding you down, right? Or preventing you. If my why for streaming, right? So many times people ask, like, you know, how do I start streaming? Where should I start? What should I buy? What? And like me and you have both told many people in the, 6.5, 7 years that I've been doing this, and 3 years that I've known you while doing this, I've heard it come out of our mouths many, many times. You start by hitting go live.
Yep.
Don't buy a single thing that's not necessarily. Don't worry about graphics. Start by going live. And like that going live is sometimes the hardest thing for streamers to do, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Me having a strong why doesn't change the fact that going live is still hard. But the stronger my why, the easier it is to push through the pain of, or the hard that is going live. So, for instance, if I were to a point where streaming is my only income to provide for my family, I lose my job, until I get back on my feet, streaming is my only income. Guess how easy it's going to be to hit go live every time with a why like that.
Real easy.
It's going to be, because I know, like, I better make shit happen, or, we may not eat next week. So that's the focus that I always, we've talked about it many times. I stream because I had a student take her life, and I wanted to build a positive community where when people felt like they couldn't talk to people that were in their life around them physically, they had a place that they could turn to and be a family that wasn't there physically, that they could talk to over the internet, or they could be part of.
Yeah.
And that's my why.
100%.
Do I get burned out? Do I get days that it's hard to hit go live? Hell yeah. The last couple, I mean, we talked about it on Twitter. The last couple of months with IRL stuff, like, I haven't had a job. Family's been on and off again sick. Dad had shoulder surgery. Dad, had a hospital visit where we thought he might have been having a heart attack. Thankfully, it wasn't that. Depression creeps in when, you don't have a job or like a purpose, or your purpose goes away. Like, brother's going through shit with his wife, and maybe that union may be splitting. My IRL has been fucked up.
Yeah.
But like, I haven't been consistent the last month. That this has been going on for 2.5, 3 months now. The last month I haven't been consistent, but like, that's because sometimes your why's not big enough to shelter you from all of the hardness. But with a why that's strong enough, like, it is easier to come back through it. And that's we talked about it on Twitter. Me and you talked about it all weekend, basically. But like, today is the comeback party, right? This is the doors getting opened. Sly is back in content creation.
Yep.
Full on pushing it.
100%.
He's not taking the 2-day a week content creation journey that he took the last week or whatever.
For sure.
So like, it's not always that easy.
It's not at all. But I think a big thing, two things I want to touch on about that. The first thing I think that makes it easier for you to pull yourself out of burnouts, or easier for you to stop making excuses, is to have someone or a group of someones that can hold you accountable for the goals that you set. And kind of hand in hand with that, I guess this is like, I have like a 1 and a 2, but this would be like 1A.
1A
is have a list of goals. This is my list from last week. I mean, I got it. Don't mind, it's kind of smudged, but I mean, I typed this out at the beginning of last week. I went down through here. This is like everything that I wanted to get done during dev days for the last week is the stuff that I was trying to grind out, And this is not just big things. This is little things. This is big things. It's important to have those kind of goals. It's important to have small goals. It's important to have small goals. It's important to have big goals.
I got like 4 pages.
Because, the reason it's so important to have those goals is that you have those small goals. He does. You have those small goals that you can check off as you are, going through. And like, for instance, just a couple things to read off of mine. I had an email that I needed to send. I put that on there because it motivates me to do it. And then I send the email. Boom. That's something I get to check off my list. I had to update a role message on my Discord. That's not a big thing. It was easy. It was a little one. Check it off. I had to pin a new tweet. Boom. Little thing. Check it off. But then I had bigger things. Like, I had 3 YouTube videos I wanted to edit. I had a bunch of clips I needed to put together and edit into my clips. I had to take our podcasts and, I had to put them onto YouTube, and I had to pull the audio and put them onto, the actual podcast apps and stuff. So those are the bigger things. But, there's things that are in all shapes and sizes. So I'm working on one of those bigger things. I'm working on those YouTube videos, and I need to take a break real fast. I stop. I do one of the little things, check it off, get myself remotivated a little bit, and keep going. So having that list, and then having, again, someone that can hold you accountable. I had 3 people that knew about this list for sure. And it was Sly, it was our friend Slug, and it was my girlfriend. I said, these are the things I want to try to get done this week. And when I was, doing dev stuff, it's like, I'm working through this list. I would tell them the things that I wanted to get done. I would say, this is what I'm going to try to get done today. So that way, the next time I talk to them, I know if I tell Sly, hey man, today I'm going to work on figuring out a new format for my Instagram and TikTok clips, and I am going to do some improvements on my audio through OBS. I'm gonna do some different, filters and things on my mic. The next time I talk to him, he's gonna ask me, hey man, like, how let me see those layouts. Like, hey man, let me see the improvement to your audio. Let me hear it. If I didn't do that, I'm going to be like, you see, so I know that he's going to ask me about that. So that's going to give me more motivation to not make excuses and to grind it out.
Yeah. And so, for instance, on a couple things that you talked about, I put download Twitch VOD for a YouTube video, edit the YouTube video, and upload the video to YouTube. All 3 points on my list.
Yeah, that's 3 things you're going to check off.
Well, and the other thing is, we talked about this with motivation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you make a to-do list and you get to scratch something off of it, it's a endorphin rush.
Yes.
You get, like, that's why they tell you to make your bed every morning.
Yep.
Because if you don't do anything else the rest of your day, you still knocked one thing off of your list that day.
And the more you knock off, the easier it gets.
You're going to feel better about yourself, but you'll never have that situation, because once you knock one thing off, it starts to build that snowball of motivation to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then 2, like, we sat here in Discord literally all day yesterday. So, like, not only having somebody who knows about it, like, yeah, I knew about your list.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm going to ask you about things, right? But I think more importantly, you told me about your list, I told you about my list, and I said, cool, I'm fucking doing it Sunday. I'll be in Discord. And you jumped in, and not only did, like, we then worked on stuff, but it gave us that bounce board of, like, oh, like, I worked through 9 different scenes, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, just scene after scene after scene, and I got to jump in and go, okay, Mal, what do you think? What should I adjust? What needs to be different? Oh, that's a great idea. And we had that bounce board back and forth. So, like, not only having someone know about your list, but having someone around that's going to be there to help you push through that list.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah, someone there that if you tell someone that you are going to do something, you're more likely to do it. Mm-hmm. And if you have someone there that's with you, watching you, holding you accountable, you're even more likely to do it on top of that. And then the other thing is, the first point, like I said, was, have someone that can hold you accountable. So we talked about, know your why, make sure your why is strong. Have someone that can hold you accountable, create that list to hold yourself accountable, and to motivate, I guess, yourself as you're checking those small things off, to motivate yourself, to push on towards the big things. And then, the other thing that I wanted to talk about was, it's escaping me right now.
All right. Think about it for a second.
Yeah, let me think on it.
And what are you thinking about it? So the other idea of it is just going back to the point I was making, that camaraderie of, like, I don't go to the gym by myself.
Yeah.
I just don't. You give me a workout partner, and this is, I was a gym rat all throughout school because I was in sports and I had to be, but I also loved it. But because of that team camaraderie, like, I just can't work out by myself. But you give me a partner and I won't miss a gym session.
Yeah, because you have someone else there that's holding you accountable, or someone that you don't want to let down, right? You tell someone that you're going to be there, and you want to be there for that, not just for you, but you want to be there for that person. Because all of a sudden, when you tell other people about your plans and you make other people a part of those goals, it goes from being just about you to being about more than you. And that's helpful to get going on things.
What did I tell you last night? I couldn't play Smite because I had plans.
Yeah, you couldn't play Smite because you wanted to get up and you wanted to go for a run and you wanted to, trim the beard, shave the dome.
You know what I did today?
What'd you do today?
I woke up instead of at 6 o'clock like I had planned to, at 8:30. You know what my ass did at 9:30 in the Texas heat?
Did you go for a run?
I went for a fucking run.
Hell yes, Sly.
Because
Hell
I knew.
Yes.
I knew that I had told you that I was going to do it, so I had to do it at that point. I didn't go nearly as long as I should have or wanted to, but
you did it though.
Because it was 90-something degrees outside, and
But you did it. Can we get 2 gifted subs in Sly's chat for that run today?
Ain't nobody want to run in the pits of hell, but in Texas, when the sun's up in the summer, is the pits of hell.
Yeah, no thanks. I'm gonna pass on that.
But I did it because not only did I tell you and Slug I was gonna do it, I gave up the night of gaming.
Yep.
With you two to go do it.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Right, like I wasn't gonna just give up fucking 4 Smite wins to not do it.
Right. Exactly.
I hate you, Mal. Tired wifey. Tired wifey. Thank you for those gifted
Very
subs.
good. Very good. Tired wifey. You a real one.
You are the real one.
Tired wifey out here, a real one. But guys, procrastination is a bitch. And it's really easy to get into, like you said, those habits, to put things off because we're always going to have excuses. But if we can build that support system around ourselves, if we can remember, why we started doing something, and if we can have people to lean on and hold us accountable, it's going to make it easier to start. I'm not saying it's going to make it easier to do everything you need to, but it's going to make it easier to take the first step. It's going to make it easier to get started. And when you get started, it's easier to keep going, right? It's easier to let a car roll down a hill than to push it up a hill, right? Once you get that momentum going, it just kind of takes over itself. You're not fighting and working against anything. And when you're procrastinating over things, it's an uphill battle because eventually you're going to have to get it done, and then you're going to be anxious, then you're going to be panicked, and then the quality is not going to be as good as you want it to be. But if you can get ahead of things and you can start working on things that need to be done, you're going to get motivated and things are going to start falling into place.
100. Yeah. I mean, I think you said it perfectly. And I think, the other thing that I think has helped me more than anything is being vocal about my why.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
For sure.
Because now other people know why you're doing it. And, my why isn't because I think I want to get rich fast. My why isn't because, my why is a deep thing for me.
Yep.
And because I'm vocal about my why, I've had a lot of people come in and be like, hey, why you only been streaming like 2 or 3 days? What? Like, because that's a weird thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
If I stream 3 days a week for an entire month, that's a weird thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I've had DM after DM after DM coming through, like, not telling me I need to stream, but hey, is everything okay? Like, can we help you with anything? What's going on? Because, like, I'm very vocal about that reason.
100%.
So, and you get to a point where, like, especially if your why is others focused, which I think so many times are the strongest whys. Why do you want to work out? Well, because, I want to have a wife and kids, and I want to be able to play with my kids growing up, and I want to be able to, those whys are going to hit harder than, why do you want to work out? Oh, because I want to look good.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Things that have a little bit more, it has to mean something to you, right?
Yeah.
And maybe, I want to look good can be a great why, but I feel like, it's not going to be as strong a why as other things. Now, maybe if you say, I want to look good so that I can get a job as a model to, provide income for myself, that's a stronger why. That still means you want to look good, but there's more of a purpose behind it.
There's a depth behind it, yeah.
Versus just, I want to look good so that I can go to the club, flex on them.
Flex on them.
Flex on them.
Get that awkward ice and flex on them.
Right?
Front squatting 225. Get that bench press weight into a squats. But yeah. But before we wrap anything up, I'm going to do something different this week.
Oh.
I'm not going to ask you what we're talking about next week because we haven't hit that once.
Yeah, guys, we were supposed to talk about we were going to talk about the Myers-Briggs personality test, and I'm going to be honest, guys, I didn't put it on the list, so it didn't get done. If I would have put it on the list, I should have put it on the list. If I put it on this list, it would have been done. I guarantee
it would have been done.
I promise you it would have been done. But you know what? I didn't put it on the list, and I prioritized these things over that. So we talked about this instead. So talking about not making excuses, I'm not making an excuse. I'm just telling you why it didn't happen.
But you know what did make the list, guys?
Oh, what did make the list, lad?
Spooky stream.
Oh, no.
How'd it go?
It went terrible. I hated it.
Are we going to get a VOD for our podcast and YouTube viewers to be able to watch at a later time of that spooky stream?
We're going to get at least one clip that I have, but I don't want to go back and edit the Outlast VOD because I don't want to watch it again. It was bad enough the first time.
I thought you were going to... There were a couple times that I was in there thinking you were going to cry.
I was close, man. I was so scared.
And I'm a pansy when it comes to scary stuff. I don't do scary stuff. There's a reason I ain't never played any of those games on stream.
I did not want to do it at all. No, sir. But yeah, there's one clip though that Big Chocolate got. That's was the first jump scare, and I like straight threw my keyboard away, like spun around in my chair, like screaming, Y'all don't play Outlast. Don't do it.
I tried everything, chat. I tried texting him to see if he had his volume turned up on his phone. Yeah. I unfollowed and refollowed him.
Yeah, because I had scare alerts on and he scared me. Gosh.
Then got like 3 or 4 other people to do. I was trying to troll him. But
I love y'all. But you suck. But I love you.
Get you friends that will troll you with the utmost love and affection.
Wait. Before we finish, Sly, you're a genius. Your words have created an epiphany. They've connected the neurons in my brain to fire and remember the other point I had.
I mean, that's why I keep talking. I just kept talking because I figured it would hit you eventually.
Guys, and it ties very closely into what we've been talking about a support system. But the second thing with staying motivated and not making excuses and making progress is to surround yourself with the kind of people that will push you and the kind of people that have similar goals to you, similar mindsets to you, and the people that you want to be like, because you will become like those that you are around, right? If you're around people who are procrastinators and they're, lazy, they don't have a lot of drive, you're going to be like that. But if you're around people who are motivated, who have a purpose, who have their why, who have a drive, who go after what they want, that's going to be what you become. And that's why it is so important who you are around. And that's why it's so important to cut toxic people out of your life. And it might hurt when you have to it might hurt at first. Maybe that toxic person is a close friend of yours. Maybe that toxic person is a family member of yours. But at the end of the day, you need to surround yourself with people that are going to better you and not people that are going to suck that energy away from you. You got to be around people who are going to build you up and help you push your goals to the places that they need to be. and not people that are going to hold you back. And that sounds harsh, but it's true, because you're never going to reach your full potential if you are around people who are holding you back because they can't reach or don't want to or choose not to reach their full potential. So they don't want you to, because they don't want you to be successful when they're not, right? And there's toxic people like that out there, and you say bye-bye. Stay away from them.
Push them away, because psychology says
probably psychiatry too, you know.
Probably psychiatry too.
Hashtag not a doctor.
Psychology says that you are the makeup of the 5 people you spend the most time with.
Yep.
So
100%.
Look at the 5 people that are closest to you and say, do I really want to be that some?
That's why I spend time with this guy.
I mean, that's why I spend time with him. It's weird because we're mirrored.
Oh yeah. Hold on. Will you point the other way for me?
Yeah, that way we can edit it. And
oh man.
But yeah, and I mean, you're right. You are the makeup of who you spend the most time with.
Yep.
So surround yourself with people who are going to push you in the direction you want to go.
Yep.
And with that, remember, guys, as always, we love you. Don't forget to love each other. Be characters that impact the world you're living in, because
the sun will rise. We will try again. Peace out, y'all.
Later.